Hi guys, welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, simply Shen REE. If this is your first time seeing this lovely face, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some advice. Well, not everyone, but those of you who are first-time university students, here's some advice from a last year university student. Tip number one that I have for you is staying at home for 1 year to cut costs. The money that you will be saving by staying at home, this can go into a new business, it could go into savings for when you do leave university, so you have a little nest egg. Now, I know that that this will not be feasible for everyone because some people are going to university for that experience, but if you can stay at home for 1 additional year, I would advise you to do it. Trust me, the amount of money that you will be spending, skyrocketing. My second tip, get a job. Get a job. Get a job or charge for your skill. If you know how to braid, weave, comb, do makeup, IT, make YouTube intros, good on a computer, any skill that you have, put a dollar price to it and charge for it, because in today's world it's all about making the cheddar, the guap, the money. So get a job or sell your skill or develop a skill that you can charge for. Those here in England, we apply for student financing, which the government provides financing for us. Do not spend all of this money to keep up with the Joneses. Please spend the money wisely, because university isn't cheap, okay? And then also check out your university pages to see what bursaries they offer, so you can also apply for bursaries that you can then pay back towards the Student Finance England loan, which you would have to pay back in the end. Or again, you can invest this money, because in 2020 everybody is leveling up, because you know who tried to shut us down, but we're not letting her stop us, okay? So do not spend all of your money keeping up with anyone unless you're into fashion, but make that fashion your business. So if you know that you're gonna be out here strutting and styling on these folks, then turn that into a side hustle. So if you're a fashionista, get it going on Instagram. If you do here, create another Instagram here page so that you can get your business out there, okay? The next tip that I have for you is join associations. Join any association so that you can make new friends and you can also develop a new skill. This also brightens your horizon a little bit. Don't be a shy person like I was in my first year of university. Join different associations. Yes, I'm actually by my university, so you're gonna be hearing some cars, scooters, some of everything passing. My next tip that I have for you guys would be to attend some freshers events so that you make some new friends, because I know it can be quite scary when you first come to university. You don't know anyone, or the people that you don't know is those people that you were trying to leave in high school, but they somehow followed you to the same university. By going to freshers events, you can check out the scene, see what direction you're going, because usually everyone kinds of gravitates to their type of personality in freshers events. So don't miss out on freshers events. You don't have to go to all, but at least go to one so you can experience it for yourself. So the next tip that I have for you guys is by going to the university's page, Facebook page, Twitter page, and you can make posts underneath so you can meet friends there from beforehand, so that you at least know some persons before starting university. And that's a good way to see who's taking the same degrees as you, so that you know that you meet people that is kind of like mind like you when it comes to what you're studying. The next tip that I have for you guys is that if you absolutely are against staying at home, before you stay on the dorms, why don't you try and room share with some friends that you would meet on the university's page to also cut costs. By doing this, you will also have a bigger space, because let's be real, university dorm rooms are the size of a shoebox. They're tiny. Listen to me, they're tiny, and we don't want no tiny rooms. Okay, so look for apartments that you can room share with, and this will also be cheaper than the university dorm rooms, and you'll be there for 12 months. You don't have to worry about packing up for Christmas. You don't have to worry about packing up for Easter or over the holiday break, because your apartment is yours for the full 12 months. The next tip that I have for you guys is getting familiar with the staff that works at the library. They're going to be your heroes in university. Trust me on this, because when you're looking for something late night, that car's passing, which really just annoys me. But anyway, back to what I was saying, getting to know the staff at the university, because they're going to be your heroes for the duration of your time here at university. They are the ones that know everything, every secret, where every book is, how to help you search for things, how certain teachers mark. They can even review some of your coursework. So make friends with your librarians. Don't just pass them straight. They are here to help you, and get them to help you. Another tip that I will have for you guys is that if you're driving, make sure that you get a car parking space at your university, so you pay for the permit one time, because depending on where you go to school, you would have to pay for parking, and parking does add up, and it can be quite expensive. Another tip that I have for you guys is actually taking advantage of when you can switch class, because not every class you're gonna like, not every tutor you're gonna like, not every professor you're going to like. So get familiar when the grace period is for when you can switch a class, because if you don't like it, you're not gonna pass it, and that's on that. I might be wrong, because some people, you know, would like to say I can do this, but it's not worth it, because you have to be comfortable in your classroom, comfortable with your tutor. I don't know why I'm talking with my hands, so I'm gonna put my hands down. But if you don't like the class, get out, change it, switch it up. They can't do anything. They have a grace period for this. You just find out when that grace period is. Another tip that I have for you guys is actually when you're opening up your student account. Now, you want to select the best student account that suits you, not what suits the bank or anything else. It has to suit you. You have to find that bank that gives you the best value. Remember that word, a value for your money, or their money technically. But you want to get a student account that offers benefits. Some accounts gives you, if you live in the London area, you can get an Oyster card for a year, or you can get an Oyster card up for 4 years, where some banks will even give you up to £100 for opening up that new student account with them. Another thing to take into consideration is that when you get a student account, you also get the luxury of getting an overdraft that is already pre-approved. Well, with some banks, it's already pre-approved. But what you don't want to do is to get an overdraft with a higher interest rate. You want to make sure that the interest rate suits your budget. Okay, so remember that money that you got from Student Finance England, you don't want to spend it. You want to put some inside of your student finance account to balance off your overdraft. Okay, so don't be going crazy with that money. Just make sure that when you take out your overdraft, it suits you. If you're not familiar with overdrafts and interest rates, you can get your parents to help you out with this, or you can be an adult and start researching yourself. So university is all about experience, and you have to make this experience work for you. At the end of your 4 years or 3 years or however long you're going to university for, you do not want to come out in more debt than when you went into. So please find a job, save money, and spend cautiously. One of the ways that you can actually save money if you're living on campus or if you're room sharing is, instead of dining out every night, learn how to cook. There's so many channels on YouTube. There's apps for learning how to cook. Learn how to cook. Get together with your flatmates, your roommates, or your friends that you're going to meet along the way, and have girls or guys night out, so where you cook for one another. And you can also buy drinks, because as we know, drinking, if you're in the, depends on where you go to university, drinks can be quite expensive. Another tip that I have for you guys is actually when you're in class, when it comes to taking notes. I know that we live in a digital age and everybody wants to take their notes on their laptop, but it has been statistically proven that when you actually write a note, it remains in your brain a little bit longer. You can Google it if you don't believe me. Google it. We're starting research with this video here. Inside of your space that you're going to be staying, you want to make sure that you also have a little snack cupboard. I know you guys have heard about the freshman 15, but it doesn't have to be only junk food, but things that you will like to snack on at late night, because believe you me, you will be having some late nights. Okay? Another tip that I didn't take advantage of until almost the very end is actually getting organized and having a planner for everything. And I have an electrical planner on my phone. I have an app, but I prefer when I wrote down everything, because I remembered everything a little bit better. You need to be organized for university, because university, I'm going to tell it to you as it is, you're going to get out what you put in. So if you're looking for a first, you have to put in the effort for a first. If you're just here for a good time, then be an adult and have a good time. Don't come to university and waste time. University is a 4-year break that you have to see where you're going to be going in life next. So if you know that you're coming here just to get, this is not the place for you. I mean, it is the place to do it nicely, but again, it is what you put in, you'll get out. I don't know if this is gonna make it to the video, but that's that. When it comes to early morning classes, you want to make sure that you set an alarm clock, but don't set it right next to you. You want to set it a bit away from you, whether it's in one of the corners of the room where you have to get up out of bed to stop that alarm clock, because you don't want to be missing any classes in university. 3 strikes, you're out. Well, that again depends on which university that you're going to. And the final tip that I have for you guys is, do not leave your assignments for the last day. I know that some of you guys can crank out a 7,000 page report, but I'm not one of those persons, and many of you guys that are watching this video is not that type of person. Don't wait for the last minute to do your assignments and to hand in your assignments. Don't be like me at 11:59 trying to watch it going to make sure that it's submitted submit it on time. Please submit and do all of your work on time. I hope that you found some of these tips very helpful and useful. If you have any tips for new university students or just university students in general, leave a comment below. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was so tax done correctly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one,